Next Thursday at 10/9 Central.
Tracker, new Sunday on CBS and streaming on Paramount Plus.
UP 200 kicking into gear. It's going to be cold and could be a little snowy at times. We'll have more weather details on the weekend forecast at 11.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Kevin Hodge. Tonight on your WZMQ 19 News, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. has been confirmed as the next Secretary of Health and Human Services. We'll have reactions from Capitol Hill. Plus, we stop by the Holiday Inn in Marquette, where dog mushers enjoyed a banquet before the start of the UP 200 tomorrow. And the Marquette Police Department is offering the public the chance to get a more in-depth look at how they operate with a Citizens Academy. Your 19 News at 11 starts now.
Live from the UP, this 19 News at 11.
A bitter cold start. We'll try to rebound, though, into the upper teens, though, by later on in the afternoon as the clouds start to thicken up and maybe some snow. Good chance of snow showers actually developing by Friday evening. And that's going to be the case across much of the UP. Dry most of the day, some late afternoon, early evening snow developing. Temperatures in the upper teens to near 20 degrees. Rest of the forecast coming up later in the show. Kevin?
Thanks, Tom. President Trump signed more executive orders today, including on reciprocal tariffs. He also addressed upcoming meetings to try and end the Russia-Ukraine war. Erica Brown reports the latest from Capitol Hill.
President Trump showed off the executive order he signed that will determine reciprocal tariffs on U.S. trade partners.
It's a beautiful, simple system, and we don't have to worry about, gee, we're charging too much or too little.
The executive order will charge countries the same tariffs they levy on the U.S. That could cause already high prices to rise.
Economists have said, time and time again that tariffs do end up being a bit of a short-term and potentially long-term effect on things like inflation. And obviously that affects price levels that we see on the consumer level.
India's prime minister paid a visit to the White House Thursday for a meeting with the president.
Thank you very much. It's a great honor to have Prime Minister Modi of India.
The two leaders spoke about improving trade relations between the U.S. and India.
India's been to us just about the highest tariffed nation anywhere in the world. They've been very strong on tariffs.
The president also announced the U.S. and India will build a trade route running from India to Israel to Italy. In an evening press conference at the White House, President Trump discussed the negotiations that will be led by the U.S. to end the war with Russia and Ukraine.
I think we're going to be able to do something. I think we're going to be able to make a deal. And I hope so, because it's a horrible war.
The Trump administration also confirms to CBS News that representatives from Elon Musk's Department of Government Efficiency are now examining systems at the IRS as they continue their push to overhaul the federal government.
President Trump was asked about his involvement in the Department of Justice, asking prosecutors to drop a corruption case against New York City Mayor Eric Adams. The president said he had nothing to do with it and no prior knowledge of the request. Today, another high-profile Trump cabinet nominee was confirmed. The Senate voted 52-48 to confirm Robert F. Kennedy Jr. as Secretary of Health and Human Services. Our Washington, D.C. correspondent Brendan Scanlon walks us through Kennedy's confirmation process.
The confirmation is confirmed.
Robert F. Kennedy Jr. is now one of the nation's leading public health officials and will oversee a department with a nearly $2 trillion budget.
And I think he will be very effective in getting us in a position where we're on a better course.
RFK Jr. had faced scrutiny throughout his confirmation process, at times from both sides of the aisle, over previous statements on the safety of vaccines. That scrutiny cast aside Thursday morning as all Republican senators, except for Mitch McConnell, voted to confirm Kennedy.
It was a decision I studied exhaustively. I took very seriously.
The president won the election. He gets the opportunity to pick his team.
Democrats have consistently warned that Kennedy is not the best person for the job.
He simply does not have the expertise, the training, or even the leadership skills necessary to lead a department as important as HHS.
Many components of Kennedy's mission to make America healthy again, like fighting chronic disease, are positive signs to some health experts.
That's really exciting and something that people in the public health community have been working towards.
But those previous statements casting doubt on vaccine safety, especially for children, are concerning for infectious disease expert Candace DeMatteis. She says recent polling shows about 88% of parents trust vaccines for their children, but there is still a lot of skepticism.
Those messages that cast doubt on vaccination are pervasive. To avoid the spread and outbreak of a number of these very highly infectious diseases, such as measles, for example, we need to see vaccination rates well above 90%.
DeMatteis hopes Secretary Kennedy will promote clear, science-backed messaging as he works to make America healthy again. Reporting in Washington, Brendan Scanlon, WZMQ 19 News.
Today, the Senate also confirmed Brooke Rollins to serve as Secretary of Agriculture. The UP 200 held their annual pre-race banquet this evening at the Holiday Inn in Marquette. Our John Truitt covered the popular event and tells us how it went.
The banquet honors everyone involved in the race: volunteers, veteran mushers, rookies, race officials, and sponsors all gathered to break bread with one another and afterward receive the bib numbers for what order they will start. Ryan Anderson is a veteran of the UP 200, a race he always enjoys.
Oh, it's one of my favorite. You know, I like the communities here. The trail is great, you know, because it's more of just a dog trail, so it's not on a snowmobile trail as much, you know. So I think just the terrain of the trail and just, you know, the forest that we go through and all that, I really enjoy.
This event could not happen without the army of volunteers who keep the race running smoothly. A major source of these volunteers is NMU. Senior Mackenzie Geary's internship has been a major part of her collegiate experience.
I got this internship during the beginning of my sophomore year, and it really has shaped my experience at Northern.
NMU has been involved with the UP 200 from its inception, providing interns and volunteers in every aspect of the race. Northern's Chief Marketing Officer Derek Hall says the UP 200 fits with their personality and hopefully better define what being a Wildcat is all about.
Yeah, we want to show our students, you know, how can we embrace winter? You know, we're here, let's do it and be part of the community. And there's a lot of energy on campus. Very excited for the race.
In Marquette, John Truitt, WZMQ 19 News.
To learn the bib numbers and starting orders, please visit our website, WZMQ19.com. State lawmakers are working on a new plan to fund the upkeep of Michigan roads long term. Just a week after Whitmer presented her $83 billion budget for 2026, officials are now tasked with finding an additional $4 billion to continue repairing Michigan roads. On Monday, Whitmer rolled out her plan, which would use sales taxes from fuel and raise corporate and marijuana taxes. The legislature is now working on its own plan to fund roads in the 2026 fiscal year budget. Lawmakers on both sides are focused on making sure any plan includes funds for local roads.
We've got a tremendous amount of asphalt roads that have been turned to gravel from sheer neglect. So at the end, I'm hopeful that when we open up Public Act 51 and we rework it, that we're going to end up with a substantial increase in rural road funding.
There's more about those plans from the governor and lawmakers on our website. The Marquette City Police are giving the community a look into how they operate. Applications are now open for their third annual Citizens Academy. It takes place Wednesday evenings from April 16th through May 21st. Participants will get an inside look into Marquette Police equipment, training, processes, and history. The Academy organizer says it's a great way for them to connect with the community in a relaxed environment.
A lot of times our involvements with community members are during an incident or a result of some type of call that we're on, and so this allows us to kind of relax a little bit and get to know the people, them get to know the people who work at the Marquette Police Department.
If you want to apply for the Academy, we'll have a link on our website as well. Your first warning weather forecast with Tom DeVecchio is after the break. Plus, we'll hear about some ways you can save some money when you're visiting the grocery store. And we'll see how much chocolate could cost you with Valentine's Day tomorrow. That and more when we come back.
A progressive jackpot that grows with every play.
That's what makes Fast Cash so thrilling. The jackpot keeps building and building until jackpot. Fast Cash, only from the Michigan Lottery.
Chips or cracks, we've got your back. Brian's Auto Glass.
Introducing Brian's Auto Glass, now in Nagani. Your trusted experts in auto glass repair and replacement. When it comes to your vehicle's glass, trust the experts at Brian's Auto Glass. Our highly trained technicians handle everything from window replacements to fixing those annoying chips. At Brian's Auto Glass, we're committed to quality and precision, ensuring your safety on the road. Visit us today at our new location at 6 Industrial Drive in Nagani, or call us at 906-233-4527.
You might start to suspect that maybe you're crazy. Nope, it's still him.
The Late Show, weeknights on CBS.
Day, isn't it? It's Valentine's Day on the Jennifer Hudson Show. And let's call your galentine.
I love you!
Plus, Bella is back.
You should wear that dress you have on because it makes your beauty stand out.
Then love that rose from the ashes.
That is priceless.
The Jennifer Hudson Show, tomorrow at 5 on WZMQ TV CBS, followed by 19 News at 6.
John's Auto is quickly becoming everybody's favorite place to get their car fixed. John's Auto is quickly becoming everybody's favorite place to fix their car. Was that right? For a better service experience, come to John's Auto Market. Why do I keep forgetting that word? Experience. Okay, go. For a better service experience, come to John's Auto Marquette.
And don't forget, we're our
Escanaba reporter Lily Simmons on WZMQ 19 News. Now, WZMQ TV 19 First Warning Weather with meteorologist Tom DeVecchio.
What's our headlines from Marquette? Well, we'll get some sun on Friday, though the clouds will be thickening up during the afternoon, and they'll bring in some snow bands. That snow will continue for Friday night into Saturday morning. That very cold for the weekend, and bitter cold really establishes itself for much of next week as we stay in the icy grip. But for the UP 200, hey, good stuff here. Of course, it goes on through next Tuesday, 13th through the 17th. And as far as the weather goes, chill factors, of course, a big deal naturally when you're out, and the weather itself. So as we go through the weekend, some snow showers around Saturday and Sunday, and could be some accumulations, light accumulations overall. But look at these wind chills. Oftentimes we'll see Friday, Monday, and Tuesday chills down to minus 15. And even on Saturday, maybe the warmest chill factor at minus 5. The UP 200, TV 19, a proud sponsor. And good luck to all with almost $40,000 in prize money. Not too shabby. As for the kids going to school here, we're looking at temperatures down below 0, so bitter cold. Hat, coat, gloves, make sure that they are dressed warmly. Mid to upper teens when the kids come home in the afternoon. Clouds will increase, but we do not expect any snow as kids come home in the afternoon. So the clear skies for tonight and sunshine tomorrow morning. Clouds thicken up during the afternoon. By the supper hour, we'll see some snow showers come in. And that trend will continue through Valentine's Day night, and backlash snow showers through Marquette into early Saturday morning. Snowfall amounts for the Friday night to Saturday midday. So for the UP 200, looking at about 1 to 2 from Marquette and areas farther east, closer to 4 inches along the Wisconsin border by midday on Saturday. Sault Ste. Marie getting a couple of inches of snow as well. So a bounce of tonight, temperatures dropping below 0 for many of you with mostly clear skies. We'll have some sunshine tomorrow, followed by those increasing clouds. Temperatures approaching the upper teens overall, especially on the Wisconsin border. After 3 or 4 o'clock, you'll probably see some light snow developing. And then as we head on through the rest of the weekend, snow showers Saturday, especially in the morning, and some light snow on Sunday as the front goes by. And once it does, it's going to usher in some of that bitter Arctic cold. Monday, we stay in the single digits. And Tuesday, we'll start out close to 0 as well. And you saw those wind chills down to minus 15, maybe minus 20. So fortunately, not a ton of wind. And we'll keep it dry with a little bit of a warm-up as we head toward the middle of next week.
Tom, thanks very much. Checking out at the grocery store these days can lead to some serious sticker shock, with food prices up nearly 2% over the past year. But a recent survey by Consumer Reports may help shoppers save money with store brands. In a blind taste test of coffee, Consumer Reports found tasters enjoyed store brands from Trader Joe's and Walmart over more expensive name brand staples. Tasters also preferred Costco's Kirkland Signature Orange Juice and Simply Pulp-Free Orange Juice over Tropicana. And shoppers may want to trade big brands for store brands in other categories too.
Whilst you're at the grocery store, stop by those personal care sections where you can see body wash and shampoo and toothpaste even. If you shop national name brand versus store brands, those store brands can save you 40% over your personal care. While grocery savings are a little bit smaller, about 20%, personal care, that mouthwash, all those active ingredients are the same.
One other item that everyone is talking about right now is, of course, eggs. Consumer Reports says shoppers can expect egg prices to rise as much as 20% this year as the bird flu continues to impact poultry producers. Chocolates are a Valentine's Day favorite, but people buying them for their sweetheart are paying more this year. Donnie Bacchus tells us why.
Piety and Desire Chocolate in New Orleans makes sweet treats that incorporate the city's unique flavors, from a king cake chocolate to one that blends the taste of beignets.
So this is something you won't find anywhere else, you know, some of our Cajun drinking chocolate.
Owner Christopher Noble says creating these delights has become more expensive since prices for the cocoa beans used in his chocolates started skyrocketing.
Our sources kind of overnight went up 30-40%. Now some of them are more like 50 to 120%.
Chocolate makers everywhere are feeling the pinch. Most of the world's cocoa comes from Africa. A series of bad storms followed by a plant disease led to a massive drop in supplies.
We've had production declines globally for the last 3 crop years.
David Branch is a Wells Fargo analyst and says cocoa futures have quadrupled since 2022. With higher production costs, many global manufacturers are raising prices. Consumers aren't seeing a big increase for typical candy bars made with milk chocolate, but it's a different story for dark chocolate that uses more cocoa.
So we're going to see those prices go up more for the pure chocolate, I would say, versus the milk chocolate products that have other ingredients mixed in.
We definitely had to raise prices.
A big reason why is because Noble searches far and wide for high-end cocoa that is eco-friendly and fair to farmers.
And name some of the places that you've been trying to find the best.
So everywhere from Central America, Costa Rica, Nicaragua, South America, Peru.
He's hoping cocoa costs will stabilize and eventually come down, but that isn't expected to happen anytime soon.
Mike Ludlam has your sports highlights when we come back. It was a tough matchup between NMU and Lake Superior State men's basketball. We'll be back in 2 minutes.
Optimize your home with Maytag and Whirlpool appliances from Kirkish Furniture in Houghton. Maytag and Whirlpool offer best-in-class warranties on durable, state-of-the-art appliances, perfect for your laundry room or kitchen. Available in stock or online, plus free delivery and 0% financing.
Getting ready, we all have our routine. Finding an outfit. Fixing your hair. And all the other little touches. Gum, check. Keys, check. Phone, check. But of all the things you remember to bring with you, naloxone could be the most important. It can reverse an opioid overdose. You can get it without a prescription in most states, and it's really easy to use. If you or someone you know is at risk for opioid overdose, naloxone could save their life. Keep it on you and at home. For more information about naloxone, visit cdc.gov/stop-overdose.
This is home. It's our town, it's our song. This is home. This is where we belong. Whoa, whoa. This is
Who will be there when the final whistle blows or the final votes have been cast? Will you? Start a career in the broadcasting industry. Be there. Go to BeThereMichigan.com.
Good evening, everyone. The top 4 teams in the GLIAC men's basketball standings are all in the Upper Peninsula this weekend. We'll start in Marquette, where Northern Michigan, which is tied for 3rd place, hosts 15th-ranked Lake Superior State, which is tied for 1st. We will begin early with Hunter Soper of the Lakers, finding Tyson Edmondson for 3, and the Lakers have a 3-0 lead. The other way for NMU, Dylan Keel to Jackson Dudek. Nice pass right to the basket. He had 12 points, Lakers up 1. Steve Hedinga sees his team miss, and then for NMU, Keel uses a screen, then drives and flips the ball in off the window. Lakers though still have the lead at 6-4. Then Dudek, a simple pitch to Keel for 3. 7-6 NMU. Keel led all scores with 25 points. Nino Carter-Smith, Tyson Edmondson, a 3-pointer right there, and the score is knotted once again at 9. Then Keel to Cal Klesmit. His triple is true, 12-9. He had 8 points. Then Carter-Smith will drive and score on the scoop with the left hand, and NMU still leading by 1 at 12-11. Hunter Soper with the ball, trying to back in. He floats this one home off the spin. Soper and Edmondson each scored 16 points. Derek Merwick to Peter Latos for, yes, another bank shot. This game ended up going into overtime, where Lake Superior State emerged with an 80-74 win. Kendrick Perkins led the Lakers with 20 points. Now let's see what happened at Michigan Tech as the Huskies entertained Ferris State. We're in the second half. Gabe Smith uses a screen, slams that one home. He had 14 points. We're tied at 33. Reese Hamilton turns near the paint, puts that one up and in. He had 13 for the Bulldogs. Back the other way, Pete Calcaterra to Matt Schmeida for 3, 41-37 Tech. Nate Abel, Josh Terrian for 3. He had a dozen. The Huskies were up 10 at 56-46. Then Marcus Tomashik to Adam Hobson. Oops, that didn't work. But Nate Abel back to Hobson because shooters shoot, and they get it right eventually. Hobson had 16 points, 65-50 Huskies. Tech remains tied for the lead in the conference with Lake Superior State. Both have 12-3 records. The final score, 75-63 Huskies. NMU and Ferris both are 10-5. And the 2 first-place teams meet Saturday. The 2 third-place teams place on Thursday. Saturday. You get the idea. To the women, Lake Superior State and NMU. And Lake State with the opening lead as Grace Bradford finds Jaden Wilder right in front of me. Good on the jumper. It's 2-0. For the Wildcats, Mackenzie Holsworth will find J.C. Weisbrod. And this triple, high arcing and successful. She had 13 points, 3-2 Northern. Kayla Tierney, Abby Fraza spots Sydney Whitehouse for the 3 ball. She led all scores with a season-high 17 on 6 of 8 shooting from the floor. Mackenzie Holsworth inside to Negauni's Alyssa Hill, spins and scores 2 of her 14, 10-8 Northern. They led 19-13 after 1. Then NMU sprinted past Lake State 67-44. Defense was a key to the green and gold tonight.
Kind of the game plan is get the ball inside, let's go to work, and then the ball started moving and flowing a little bit, and it's getting stops on the other end is really, the defensive side is where I wanted to really clean up a little bit.
I think we're getting almost every look we wanted. If we couldn't get a bucket inside, then somebody was probably open on the outside, and we found people to pass out to, so it was working good.
The Wildcats host Ferris State Saturday starting at 1 o'clock. Those 2 teams are tied for second place in the conference at 11-4 behind Grand Valley State. In the Michigan Tech women's game, they played much better than they did against Ferris State the first time around, but the Bulldogs still won 70-67. Bella Lenz had 22 points and 9 rebounds for the Huskies. Kendall Stanfest, 13 points and 15 rebounds. So Tech and LSSU, the women's game begins at noon on Saturday. High school girls basketball, Hancock visiting Lake Linden Hubble. Picked this up late second quarter. The Lakes' Emily Jokala drives down the lane, puts it in plus the foul. Lakes were ahead 30-27 at the half. Quarter number 3, Bulldogs. Alicia Aho locates Brooke Koskela open near the basket. That one's up and good. Hancock trails by 1. Lakes have a mix-up on the defensive coverage, and Aho makes them pay with this triple. It's 32-31. Hancock now in front. Cleo Milkey will knock down the short jumper. Lakes regain the advantage at 33-32, but Hancock changes that in a hurry. Alice Larson, the KPL, for the easy bucket. Bulldogs outscored the Lakes 16-6 in the third quarter. Hancock gets the big road win 51-40 over Lake Linden Hubble. Scores, and more scores. Engadine over Mid-Peninsula 41-17. Houghton had 4 players in double figures, but Lexi Olson poured in 32 points for Westwood. Patriots 66-51 over Houghton. Chassell 33, Jeffers 28. Battle of Ontonagon County goes to Ewan Trout Creek. Bree Beston and Ireland McGeesha combined for 43. ETC wins 55-32 over Ontonagon. It was Ironwood Easley over Watersmead 63-15. Norway downs West Iron County 44-25. North Dickinson takes care of Forest Park 43-28. Next door neighbor battle, Iron Mountain gets the upper hand this time 50-47 over Kingsford. Oconto was 10 better than Menominee 52-42. Bark River Harris wins by a couple of touchdowns over Kearney Nato 45-31. Gladstone 44-20 winners over Gwynn. Ishpeming 78, Escanaba 46. Battle of Alger County, Munising, absolutely no trouble with Superior Central. North Central's first win of the year, 36-25 over Rapid River. Pickford by 30 over Lansing. Brimley 51, Northern Michigan Christian 22. Stevenson 38, Manistee 28, and St. Ignace cruises past Cedarville Detour 62-20. Boys hoop results, why not? Trey Lynn went over the 1,000 point mark last week for Brimley, and I'm sure he had a few more tonight in the 89-57 win over Northern Michigan Christian. Engadine 45, Mid-Peninsula 30. Battle of Alger County, Munising wins this one easily, 64-14. Gavin Grondin had 24 points, 16 in the second quarter. Kingsford drops Peshtigo 66-33. Ironwood takes care of Watersmead 64-33. Jeffers 52, Chassell 35. Landon Larson had 24 Jeffers. Ethan Marta 26, Patriots roll over Calumet 76-31. West Iron County 59, Lance 51. And Austin Gordon has 31 for ETC. The Panthers drop Ontonagon 59-41. Hockey scores, Calumet ties Jeffers for the conference title 1-0 over Kingsford. Did not hear the Menominee score. Quickly to hockey, the Four Nations Cup in Montreal. The United States taking on Finland in game 2. Henry Jokiharju scores on the odd man rush here to give Finland a 1-0 lead. Not a problem for Team USA. Brady Tkachuk would tie it at 1 a short time later, and the United States goes on to win this one by the count of 6-1, and we will be right back.
New to Medicare? Recently moved or losing coverage? Then let us help break it down for you. First up, we have Medicare Part A. Consider your hospital insurance as your safety net, covering inpatient hospital stays, skilled nursing facilities, hospice care, and some home health care. It's the help for your peace of mind, ensuring that you get the care you may need when you need it. And now let's talk about Medicare Part B, your medical insurance. This is your key to most preventative services, outpatient care and doctor visits, from flu shots to screenings. Part B, at the forefront of proactive health care. If you enroll in a Medicare Advantage plan, the plan may provide all of your Medicare Part A and Medicare Part B coverage, and it is designed with you in mind, providing a wide array of coverage options for personalized care. Review your Medicare coverage options, ensuring it aligns with your evolving healthcare needs, from flu shots to screenings.
Call 800-208-7175. 800-208-7175.
Direct.
Don't you ever look up at the sky and roll your eyes. You hear me?
Yes.
Realistic.
I will maybe have a tendency to spend too much and won't be able to pay your rent.
He holds the line.
I resent it, and I resent you for doing it.
Mathis Court is in session.
Weekdays on WZMQ CBS. Sophia Murphy reports at 6 and 11 on WZMQ 19 News. Tonight's sports is brought to you by the Window Store.
Give your home a fresh new look with our energy-efficient windows and stylish doors. And here's a deal you won't want to miss. For a limited time, when you buy 3 windows or doors, you'll get 1 free. That's right, buy 3, get 1 free. Don't wait. This offer ends February 28th. Call today and start transforming your home with the Window Store. Quality windows, doors, and unbeatable savings. Only at the Window Store.
Futurecast for the balance of tonight looking clear, and the sunshine will be out for tomorrow, especially in the morning. Clouds thickening up quickly, though, during the afternoon. Light snow coming toward the Wisconsin border by late afternoon and getting close to Marquette by the supper hour. So maybe a little snowfall if you're going out in the evening with your loved one for Valentine's Day. Backlash snow showers continue for Saturday, and snowfall amounts overall from late afternoon Friday until midday Saturday. From Marquette and along the UP 200 trail, 1 to 2 inches, about 3 inches, maybe 4 along the Wisconsin border. Houghton, you're looking at about a little over 2 inches. And temperatures will be getting into the upper teens for Valentine's Day. And for the weekend, some snow showers Saturday, snow on Sunday as well. That'll lead to some bitter cold air as we head toward the beginning of next week. Kevin?
Thanks, Tom. And finally tonight, this evening, Asian Pacific Islanders of the Upper Peninsula held a mixer dinner at Westwood High School. Around 50 people were in attendance tonight, sharing their cultural experiences in the UP and meeting other fellow community members. There was also catering from Rice Paddy and a performance by the Aspen Ridge 5th grade music class. The Michigan Asian Pacific American Affairs Commission, alongside NMU's Asian Student Union, were sponsors of the dinner.
A group of API individuals said, let's build capacity, let's do something more here, make it sustainable towards some common initiatives in the communities.
The group hopes these events will help expand their community throughout the Upper Peninsula. Mike, anything quickly, last minute from you?
UP diving finals, 2:30 tomorrow at Marquette. Downhill skiing at NMU at Marquette Mountain Saturday and Sunday. Michigan Tech cross country skiing Saturday and Sunday up at Houghton.
Thanks, Mike, and we'll see you all tomorrow.
19 News is brought to you by Kirkish Furniture.
Instant games from the Michigan Lottery. With dozens of games to choose from and millions of dollars in prizes. It's instant fun for everyone.